Disabilities, responsibility of entire society, says President Draupadi Murmu. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma attends 51st GST Council meeting chaired by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Union government aims to make world ready for India and India ready for the world through G20 presidency. And Chief Minister Conrad Sangma inaugurates and attends first meeting of Meghalaya State Education Commission. The news in detail. President Draupadi Murmu has said that visually impaired people do not require sympathy but an equal opportunity in the field of education and job for their empowerment. Addressing the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the National Federation of the Blind in New Delhi, President said that the government is making continuous efforts for the empowerment of persons with disabilities through various initiatives. She said providing a dignified life to persons with disabilities is the responsibility of the entire society. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Wednesday attended the 51st GST Council meeting via video conferencing. The meeting was chaired by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Conrad Sangma said that the primary focus of the meeting was to finalize the implementation of taxation for several activities. He also clarified that amendments would be made to the GST law to ensure that betting, gambling, lottery, online gaming with money and horse racing are not exempted under actionable claims. He stated that the Government of India will pass an ordinance to implement the agreed upon amendments.
In yesterday's meeting, more details on how the taxation would actually be implemented was finalized. And number two is the amendment to the GST law. So that I just have to speak technical stuff because that's what it is. That in the GST law, the actionable claims are were exempted, and so the actionable claim tax exemption did not apply to betting and gambling and to lottery. So the amendment is being done to ensure that not only betting and gambling and lottery, but online gaming on money as well as horse racing will also be included.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that the government's motive is to use the G20 presidency to make the world ready for India and India ready for the world. Addressing the Think 20 or T20 summit at Mysuru in Karnataka through video conferencing, he said that the India you see in 2023 is a very different India than what it was in 2014. External Affairs Minister said India has adopted an unconventional approach to its presidency, making it much more connected with the people. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today inaugurated the office space of the Meghalaya State Education Commission at Embo's office in Lower Lachemia together with Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma and members of the Commission. The education sector in Meghalaya has accumulated many challenges over the years and government is positive that the Meghalaya State Education Commission, comprising of few of the best minds in the state, can together work out a practical solution to overcome these challenges. The Commission also held its first meeting of the Commission to give insights into the reality of education scenario and lay down the vision of the government.
I'm very happy that today the first meeting of the Commission was formally held and was inaugurated in one way. And just after the inaugural meeting, they will be sitting for the first official meeting. And I'm sure that with the kind of leadership that is there in the Commission, the kind of members that are there who have got huge experience and knowledge about the education sector, I'm sure that we'll be able to come out with positive suggestions, and hopefully we'll be able to see, as I said, a transition into a much more healthier and stronger education sector in our state.
A state media sensitization workshop on intensified mission Indra Dhanush 5.0 was held in Shillong today. During the workshop, media persons were briefed about ethical reporting and journalism and how to tackle the myths and misinformation in reporting. A keynote was also presented by the MD of NHM IMI 5.0. Intensified mission Indra Dhanush 5.0 is a part of routine immunization program in which special immunization sessions will be held to close the immunization gap and to catch up on gaps that might have emerged from COVID-19 pandemic. Intensified mission Indra Dhanush 5.0 has been planned across the country to reach the unvaccinated and partially vaccinated children and pregnant women.
One of those easy things which is preventable for infant death is immunization, which we have seen works very well. It has been established across the world, across India, in various years, and etc. And we don't want even to have any child left out. Some might ask, okay, we have done our target for the Northeast region for immunization is over 85%. We are close to 90% now. Why are we doing this? We don't want a single child to be left out, or a single parent to lose their child because they could not get vaccinated.
The Jaintia Students' Union today met Health Minister Ampreen Lingdo and submitted a petition for the Chief Minister asking him to ensure the safety of the Khasi and Jaintia people in Block 1 area. Speaking to media persons after the meeting, JSU General Secretary Trey Borlang Suchen also asked the government to initiate the discussion between Assam and Meghalaya government to resolve the boundary dispute between two states. The group also asked the government to conduct investigation after some groups issued threats in the area.
We got a message from the Block 1 area that some people of Karpi would say self-proclaimed social organization or NGO. They threaten our people from time to time and doing extortion, stopping up people in, I would say, in terms of movement, The border demarcation is going on right now, and we feel that the Block 1 area of that supposedly to belong to the state of Meghalaya, and we wanted the government to take it very seriously and to help out the people of Khasi Jaintia in Block 1 to retransfer back the Block 1 to the state of Meghalaya.
The members of the KSU Laban Circle along with officials of the Forest and Environment Department today carried out a joint inspection at Mahadev Khola. The joint inspection is being carried out in the presence of the police. It may be mentioned that KSU Laban Circle last month had submitted a petition before Divisional Forest Officer of East Khas Hills over alleged illegal settlers in the area. The weather report. The maximum temperature was 25.4 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature was 18.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 93% while in the evening was 68%. The forecast, moderate rain is very likely to occur at many places. And before we wind up, here are the headlines once again. Providing dignified life to persons with disabilities is the responsibility of entire society, says President Draupadi Murmu. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma attends 51st GST Council meeting chaired by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Union government aims to make world ready for India and India ready for the world through G20 presidency. And Chief Minister Conrad Sangma inaugurates and attends first meeting of the Meghalaya State Education Commission. That's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel, it's Connect.
The Indian Air Force invites online applications from unmarried Indian male and female candidates for selection test for Agniveer Vayu intake January 2024 under Agnipath scheme. The online registration dates start from 10 a.m. on the 27th of July.